Get you some of that on Championship Saturday, baby. Woo! I told you first, give me some dab. Never fished this spot. Just felt good when we were running up here.
Frank Talley here, Bassmaster Elite Series champion. What do you do in the late fall, early winter when that topwater bite starts to dwindle down and you still need to catch some fish before those fish go deep? One thing I like to do, a technique that I like to use, is a wake bait. And what that does is this bait here basically tracks about 2 inches underneath the surface. It's only staying about 1 inch or 2 under the water, and it's making a bulge wake behind it. Here's a smaller version that's non-jointed, and I'll tell you the differences between the two. I like to throw the jointed when the water clarity is clear to moderately clear, because it's more of an action and more of a sight-oriented bait, so they see it from underneath and they'll come up and they'll eat it. When the water's a little more stained and got a little color to it, I like to go with just a solid pattern like that. That's a Strike King 2.5 wake. It's got rattles in it, so it draws them in from a distance. And then what I like to do with this is throw it out as far as I can, and you're trying to get a reaction bite. You're trying to draw fish up from, deeper water, throwing them over points, secondary points, standing timber, that type of stuff. So what I like to do is cast it out as far as I can and then reel it pretty quick, just keeping it below the surface so it's moving along, so they don't get a good look at it. They just see that it's some shad moving on top of the surface, and they all of a sudden gets their interest. They come up and they'll bust it. So, some of the equipment that I like to use for it is I like to use like a 7'3" medium heavy action rod, an 8 3-to-1 bait caster with 20-pound test mono. And the reason why I use mono is because it floats, so it helps keep that bait up in the water column. Instead of like using fluorocarbon, the line naturally sinks, so the bait will want to pull down a little bit and go 6 inches under the surface, and that eliminates the actual name for it, a wake bait. You want it to bulge the top of that water and make some disturbance. So 20-pound test mono, a medium heavy rod with a good fast tip on it so they can load up on it, and a high-speed reel, and throw it as far as you can, and I guarantee you will get bites on this in the late fall, early winter, no doubt. I mean, it's a go-to technique for me, and it will put more fish in your boat.